Hey y'all, this is Tyler Blake from Exo Whips again. I'm going to talk about something a little bit different today because I have one whip that I made and one whip that somebody else made. And what this has to do with is I'm a member over on the Whip Basics Whip Forum, and a young fellow by the name of Alex Lewis had the idea that we could do a whip swap for those of us who are whip makers. So he kind of ran it, where we all put our name in, and he randomly drew names and so only Alex and the person who was making the whip knows who's going to get the whip that they made. So this is the whip that I received. This is made by Jeff Roseborough, and it's a kangaroo hide stock whip, and that's really cool because Jeff is the only person who was participating that works with kangaroo hide. Everybody else is using nylon, or like myself is using Dacron, and which is great. But it's really cool to get a kangaroo hide whip. So Jeff, thanks for that. And this is a 7-foot thong on this, so this is quite long for a stock whip. I'm gonna back way off so I don't hit my lovely camera babe. Okay, so this because of how long this is and the way it moves, it's kind of better for slower, more graceful cracking than like the rapid combination stuff. And Jeff put a rather fluffy, soft cracker on here with a really long tassel, so it doesn't have a really sharp crack like some of you might be used to. But that's cool because if it's a suburban neighborhood, and then you don't irritate your neighbors at least as easily. So. This is probably the 4th stock whip that I've ever cracked, and the others were made by me. So I'm still getting used to stock whips, but I really like that. The colors are beautiful. It's got a red and whiskey combination. I just, I love the way that looks. So that's going on my wall with my other very few kangaroo hide whips. And then over here, I have the whip that I made for the swap, and I'm not going to show the collars right now because it's still a surprise. The person who's getting this doesn't know, and I did a design on the collars that'll make it a little bit obvious. So if you're curious about that, you can go to my website, www.exowhips.com, and I'll have pictures I'll put pictures of it up after the recipient gets their whip. So this is because this wasn't a customer order, with the whip swap you get to make what you want. So it was kind of an opportunity to try out a lot of things that I had been thinking about. And so this is, to the best of my knowledge, the first ever dyed Dacron whip. So this all started out as white Dacron. I'm going to hold this up. Hopefully this shows up on camera well. So I used a method that, I've tried a bunch of things to dye white Dacron, and Dacron is a polyester, and if you go to a sewing supply store and you pick up some fabric dye, it'll say don't use it on polyester because it won't work, and that turned out to be true. But I did find something that works, and so I was really excited to try that out, and I did a two-tone pattern all the way down the thong with some fancy plating patterns about every foot or so. So you got some bird's eye and some stair step and some more bird's eye and double diamonds and single diamonds and a fall hitch. And I did use my English eye like I normally do with some weight in it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of cracks with this real quick. I'm a lot more used to bull whips than I am to stock whips. So this is going to ship out on Monday, and it's a 20 plate 6-foot bull whip, and it has a 12-inch handle on it. So to the mystery recipient, I really hope you enjoy it, and anybody who wants to see what, the design on the collars. If you're on the Whip Basics forum, you can check it out there, or go visit my website and you can see it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Alex, thanks for coming up with the idea on the whip swap. I think it turned out great. I hope we do it again next year. So we'll see y'all in the next one.